Okay.
Gotta move the Sharpie away from the dry erase board.
You know what I've never thought? I always see people with like the tops of their mics pointed to them, even if it's a condenser mic. But I always talking to the side where the light is. If I point the mic at my face, is that better?
No.
No? Okay.
It sounds like you're in a hallway when you do that.
Really? Interesting. Okay.
Your voice has more range when you're doing it like that. Like currently.
Yeah, that's what I always figured with the mic, but I don't know. Learning new things every day. We're gonna have like scribbling sounds and stuff going on.
I'm gonna try not to lean on my desk so it doesn't pick up any desk sounds.
Well, I'm writing with a ballpoint pen, so that's where you're hearing it right now. But when I write with the dry erase marker, that should be pretty smooth.
Nice.
I think I'm ready when you guys are. Or are we just gonna talk in the chat a little bit first, or?
I'm ready just to go.
Okay. There it is.
I've got my hand on the mute button if I ever need it. Girls are upstairs. They're taken care of. Puppy is sedated. Not sedated, but pacified. It's pacified at the moment.
Puppy's unconscious.
Yep.
Oh, love the Double Dare screen.
Thank you.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what the cutoff point is, age-wise, of who would not know what that is anymore. So, like, Donovan, do you know what Double Dare is?
Mm-mm.
Wow, that's a quick cutoff. Did you grow up watching Nickelodeon?
No,
he didn't have cable.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it then. That's an access issue, not an age issue.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I thought that would have transcended like pop culture though. Huh.
I had NBC, ABC, and PBS, and that was it.
I don't know how it would transcend when the method of communication would only be that one thing.
They're like magazines and stuff.
Yeah, I suppose so.
How about you can't do that on television? You never heard of that either?
No, I've heard of it. I know of it.
You know of Double Dare?
No.
Well, see? To me, that's the same.
Yeah, it's kind of a package deal in a way.
Double Dare.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
I have heard of it.
Yeah. See, that one I didn't really know much about.
That was afterwards.
Legends of the Hidden Temple was like a pre American Ninja Warrior, right? Where it was like an obstacle course.
Yeah.
Kids that had to like get past the faces that would pop out of the wall or something like that.
Double Dare was like trivia, and then the one half trivia, the other half obstacle course, where they really leaned on the slime and the gooey, ooey, gross kind of stuff. And then they would be parents versus children. Not always, but that's when it like shined. I think. It would, like.
I think the audience started aging out,
and
they were trying to maintain their audience, and I don't know exactly happened.
It got rebooted in 2018.
It was Double Dare, then Family Double Dare. That's right.
Those darn millennials.
The Big Nose. Okay, I do know of the big nose.
Yeah, where you pull the stuff out.
I've never seen it. I know of it. I
Yeah.
know the reference. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you can tell it was the crisscross phase because a lot of people were wearing the clothes backwards.
All right, I'm ready. What's up, Internet? You are listening to the Making Geeks podcast, the podcast for makers, families, and geeks.
What's up?
Hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
It is going pretty good. Got a lot going on tonight in tonight's episode, but because we haven't talked about 2 weeks, I think we should talk about what we're doing and some of the things that have happened before we get into the meat and potatoes of tonight. What have you guys been up to?
I had to send my 3D scanner back today. Sigh. But I was scanning so many things at the last minute.
I was gonna say
Noticed.
it didn't seem like you tested for the longest time, and then
I
all of a
know.
sudden, everything
Oh
crammed in at the
gosh.
end.
It's just how it is. Yeah, I scanned my dashboard of my car on like the second hottest day of the year so far, so that was cool. Good planning on that part. Scanned a bunch of stuff from the shop. In the last couple, like 2 months, I've been sort of ramping up a little bit, trying to do like game systems and peripherals and things like that. But a lot of the I was running into some difficulty because a lot of the older systems, like an Atari and stuff, they're darker in color, and so it actually the scanner had issues with things that were dark or shiny or reflective, and so an Atari didn't really work, and the GameCube didn't really work, and the N64 was like black, so a lot of those didn't really do as well. So I had to find other things to scan, such as like random figurines and other things. Which this one that I'm holding up here, which is Earl, if you know
Andy
of
Berkey.
Andy Berkey. I have an Earl that I scanned, and it did a really good job on that. Let's see, besides that, my 3D printer broke again. If you've been checking my Instagram stories that I don't post much of, if you happen to see the one day that I did, you would have seen some brokenness. And I just reassembled like the whole hot end, and one part that I didn't like replace before that part basically broke off and wrapped a cable around. It was a sensor. Basically, it's the sensor that helps the Prusa do bed leveling procedures, and it hangs down on the side of like the extruder and all that stuff, and it's at the same height as the actual nozzle itself. And somehow it got like, I don't know, like the mount was like dry rotted. It was all like 3D printed, but that part of the plastic was really brittle to the point where I would barely touch it and it would like flake off. And it felt kind of like dry rotted plastic. It was weird.
I wonder if it's because of heat.
That's the only thing I could figure, but it's weird. I don't know. So that thing broke off and fell onto the print as it was printing, and it wrapped a cable around the extruder nozzle and melted through the cable and short-circuited that sensor, and it completely turned the whole printer off. Because when I went in there, I was expecting to hear a printing sound, because like 10 minutes before that it was fine, and I didn't hear anything. I go in there, the printer is completely off, like no display or anything. I'm like, that's weird. And I like look at this. I didn't come in here, to check on it or do anything with it. And I look and like, oh, that's weird. And I like move the little thing around, the unraveling it basically from the hot end. It must have just happened because everything was really hot still. And as I was doing that, the wire that was exposed, it was like re-shorting and unshorting, and so the screen was like flickering, like the whole thing was freaking out. So I just immediately shut it off and unplugged it, and I had to order a part from Printed Solid because they have like knockoff sensors that apparently aren't as reliable as the real deal ones. So I had to order one from Printed Solid, and of course it takes longer than Amazon Prime and all these things. So this print that I'm supposed to have out, sent out to Donovan to continue a project we were working on when he was here, it's still yet to be shipped out because it failed like a third into the print. It was like a 26-hour print, so that's fun. Hopefully you guys have had a more successful week than me.
Did you take a picture of it and send it to Prusa? I'm sure they'd love to see something like that.
Apparently they knew of this because
okay.
They redesigned the way that thing's mounted in later editions. I have the second iteration of the Prusa printers, and they're on the fourth as of now. And they've had sub versions like 2.5 and other, versions in between. But yeah, apparently they redesigned. I posted on the Facebook group for a Prusa that I'm in, just as like a novelty, like hope you guys are doing better than I am, kind of thing. And people are like, "Oh man, that sucks." And one person was like, "Oh yeah, I remember they redesigned it because they were having issues similar to this." I'm like, "Okay, I'm glad." I guess over the number of years that I've printed with that thing and the amount of stuff I've actually printed with it, for it to run into the trouble that's running into here at the end, I guess it's all catching up to me. I think I jinxed it too, because I think when you were out here, I think
I jinxed it just by being too close to it.
I
And it
seem to
was
remember thinking like, man, this printer's like it's a workhorse. It does a really good job.
yeah.
And I think I either said it to you or someone else that was visiting, maybe Jordan. And sure enough, like within a month, I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, hopefully it'll be up and running finally by this weekend.
I'm glad that you got the axles greased because, oh boy, listening to that thing print when I was at your house, it was your face kind of twitches because you're like, oh, the noise, the
metal on
scraping,
metal
the
scratching,
scratching,
yeah.
the metal on metal. Oh yeah. Speaking of Prusas, I don't want to call it a victory, but I have gotten mine to the point where it prints. And there's a puppy in the background. Thank you. And so I've been printing nonstop. Like today is the first time like I actually shut it off, I think in almost 2 weeks. This is gonna be great. But what happened is that I found this system. I don't know if I talked about it last time. Gridfinity. Did I talk about it?
It sounds familiar, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
So there is this this open source 3D print organization system called Gridfinity, and so you print.
Yes. Zach's system.
Yes, Zach's
Oh, yeah.
And so I have literally printed through 6 rolls of filament, printing all this Gridfinity stuff to try and get my shop like organized. Because I realized like one of the hindrances to my productivity is the fact that I spend so much time cleaning or organizing, or it's like, oh, well, where is that piece? I don't know. I have to go look for it. And so I'm like, okay, if I can get organized, like it will help with productivity. And so I've been printing nonstop. And it still has issues. It's not at a point where I'm in love with Brucey yet, but man, I have like, it's just been nonstop for 2 weeks. I'm so happy that it's working well enough that I can get prints off of it. And so it's, like I said, I'm not throwing my hands up in the air yet and saying victory hands. This is great, but it will get there. So, yes, she is. She has been. It's so funny when we got her. Like she was a rescue. She was really timid. You know, she came from a mill, and so like she would get really scared all the time and kind of curl up and like just totally in her shell. Well, the last week she has come very much out of her shell. And so it's been fun playing around with her and running around with her and chasing her and like, you know, catch and all of the typical dog things. But one thing about corgis that I found out, they're very loud. When they bark, they have a big dog bark, even though they're such a tiny dog. So it's been interesting that having this like big dog bark come out of such a tiny dog. But it's been fun. Last couple of weeks has been great. I just got my self-soothing box, the Pokemon self-soothing box done. The video for that is going to be up this weekend. It's going to be awesome. One of my next projects that I'm working on is a little free library. So that's going to be super cool. Things are happening. I know, right? It's exciting. And yeah, that's what's going on with me. What about you, Sean?
Let's see, a bunch of checklist items. So I put out a video a couple days ago for a rotary for a laser. So that's up, and that's probably all there is to say about that one. I mean, it's unfortunately it's nothing that's too special. I mean, the rotary's pretty cool. It has a nice unique feature, but you know those videos have not been doing that great lately. So it's up. I met the conditions of the contract, so I guess I can kind of move on now. Especially since I just signed a new contract last night for another laser. But it's one that I've been wanting to test out, and even better is it's unreleased. So it's a new laser that nobody even knows about yet, which means that it should have some cool bells and whistles that are going to be new on the market. I'll talk about that when it's relevant, and I get it in the mail. Last week I was on spring break, so my family and I, did a couple different things. We spent, a couple days in LA, and we went to the Warner Brothers studio tour again, which I did 2 years ago. And I think, last time I went, I was chaperoning for my work, so it was a lot nicer being with the family this time, being able to really enjoy it a little bit more. not have the stress of watching over 30 teenagers, instead just looking over my two kids. So it was really cool. I'm trying to remember if they had some new things there compared to last time. So if anybody's hangs out in the LA area, I highly recommend the Warner Brothers tour. It's a little bit pricey, but I think it's a little bit more fun and intimate than even like the Universal tour at times. I mean, it's not a theme park, but if you like the idea of being around the movies more and want the ability to walk around like live sets, which you're able to.
Oh, you walk around. It's not just like a bus or something.
It's basically a like an extended golf cart that you go with on a tour, and it's similar to what you would do like the backlot at Universal Studios, except you get to get out and walk around into actual sets a lot of times. And what's really funny is they have this one house that they let us go into that's used for filming. It wasn't a hot set, but it gets used a lot. My wife are sitting watching the Mentalist, if you've ever seen that old TV show, and we're sitting there watching and they're using the same house like 10 times, the one that we were actually in. So it was just kind of cool seeing that and being a little bit more up and close to things than you're usually able to otherwise.
How long is it?
The entire tour was about 4 hours.
Oh, dang.
I think.
Okay.
And you could even take a little bit longer too. It's broken up to a couple different parts. So the initial part is this little movie intro into Warner Brothers, everything they've done, and then you get on to your little golf carts. That takes about 40-50 minutes. And then they dump you off into basically the cafe where you can eat. But there's a bunch of interactive things to go around and be part of while you're doing that. And that's pretty much at your own pace. So all the costumes from Batman, all the Warner Brothers production, you get to go see up close. We got to take pictures on the Big Bang Theory set, on the Friends Central Perk set. And my son did a whole green screen thing with Harry Potter where he's on the broom doing a bunch. I haven't posted it. My wife posted it though. And they basically compile it for you, or render it out into a full video and stuff. Expensive. It was like $40 for the video, but it looks really good and well done. And then like the end of the tour is more interactive stuff and a bunch of props from all the DC stuff. So it's well worth it in my opinion, even though it's like $40 to $50 a person. But if you like movies, if you like seeing some of the stuff up close that you don't get to see anywhere else, then it might be worth it.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. And cool. I think that's enough to kind of get me caught up for right now. So.
Yeah. So as we're nearing the end of the podcast, we're 2 episodes away from episode 300. I was looking back at my time here on the podcast and realizing some of the funnest times I've had is doing the games with you guys. Up to this point, they've been quiz games, all the kind of stuff, talking about movies and games and family and, like we do here on the podcast. And so I figured for one of our last episodes here on the Making Geeks podcast, it would be fun to do another game. But this time it's going to be an audio game, which I'm super excited about. I hope this goes as well as it went in my head in trying to prepare for this. And so how it's going to be, how we're going to do this is that I have 3 sections. We're going to play a game, and like any good game, we gotta start this up. So our first section is startup sounds, where I'm gonna play a startup sound and quiz you guys as to where that startup sound came from. And then, like every good game, you gotta have a good title, you gotta have a good theme song. And so I'm gonna play various theme songs across the pantheon of gaming to see if you can identify these theme songs. And just like playing games, at the end of it, it's game over, man, game over. And so we're going to do a series of game over outros and sounds to see how many you guys know. Now,
so I want to say really quick, this all seems fantastic, but the fact that I'm going to have to depend on my ears may not go well.
Well, we played around with the audio levels and all that other kind of stuff. I'm hoping that everything is tuned as I need it to be so that everybody can hear and understand. Some of these are quiet, but then they build. and I will play how this is going to work is I'm going to start playing the sound, and Wes and Sean both have a whiteboard where they're going to write their answer down. When both of you when you have it, say got it. The other person says got it. When both of you say got it, then I can stop, because some of these are songs. They're like 4 to 5 minutes long, and so we'll stop. We'll compare answers, and then we'll go on to the next. We'll play.
It's not a race though. Is it whoever
no,
buzzes in first? It's whoever guesses by the end of it. Okay.
We've tried that in the past.
Yeah.
Like we had holding up a thing or buzzing or chiming in.
It's hard to do.
It's hard to do. So I figured this way it would be fun. And it's a way there's enough duration between playing the sound and you guys writing your answers that if you're here in the chat with us tonight, shout out your answers. See how many of these you get. I'm super excited about this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I know whiteboards are really good for audio podcasts, so we'll have to make sure that we.
I was thinking about this earlier. Forgot to bring it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure we read out what we're writing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I do have to preface this because of our ages and because of our backgrounds. A lot of these are leaning on more retro systems and games and experiences rather than new ones.
I love how you found a creative way to call us old. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, I said us. Come on now. But
I'm the senior member.
Like I said, like any good game, we're going to start this up, and as we boot up, we're going to hear some sounds, and I want you guys to tell me where these sounds come from. They're going to start easy. They're going to get harder. Number 1. Sega! Now, here's the thing. You have to specify which system. And if you need me to play it again, I can.
I'm ready.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
You ready? All right, show them. TurboGrafx 16.
Is mine reversed properly, or is...
No, I can read it.
Okay.
Yes, it is the Sega Genesis.
That was a joke, right, Sean?
Yes, it was a joke.
Yes,
he wrote
it was a joke.
TurboGrafx 16 for those of you listening to the whiteboard writing at home.
Yeah, I guess I will call these off as you guys turn them around, so we can be an actual audio podcast where we're not relying on what's on screen.
If that was my real answer, she'd get kicked off the podcast.
I know. That's all right. I was picking up what you were putting down. We're good. All right, you ready? Number 2.
Yeah.
I heard that one this weekend.
Ready.
Ready? All right, show them. My brain. Sean says my brain. Wes says GameCube. Wes gets the point. It is the Nintendo GameCube.
I honestly couldn't place it, so I'm always gonna write something.
Some of these, I guarantee you will be like, oh, I know that. And you just have to rack your brain as to figure out where it's from. Like this one. Remember, system specific or year specific or model specific.
I think so.
Windows. Ooh, Sean says Windows XP. Wes says Windows 95. It was Windows 95.
Yeah, good job, Wes.
Thank you.
Yep.
Once you put it up, I had a second thought. I'm like, damn it. All right.
I would just suggest try not to write on the desk because all the clanking of the boards is kind of loud. Just picking up and putting down.
Am I creating a lot of
Yes.
Give me a second.
Unnecessarily, I know. That's why I'm trying to not put anything down. I'm just trying to hold on to it.
All right, next one. You ready? Here we go.
Can you play it again?
Yep. Some of these are a bit softer. If you need me to turn up the volume, I can.
All right.
All right, you got it? Sean says what do you call it? Dead face?
Yep.
Dead face. Wes says the Wii U is actually just the Wii.
Yeah, I was second guessing
Wii U.
it. Yeah.
Since
All
I
right.
never owned that system, I guess. Well, whatever.
That's all right. And for your next one.
I'm ready.
This would be one that I actually did not know. So you got him? Show him up. Wes says PS4. Sean says PlayStation 2. It was actually the Sega Dreamcast.
I never had
Oh, what a
one.
bunch
That
of
was-
crap.
The boot up sound for the Sega. Did you
never
guys
had
have
one.
a Sega Dreamcast?
No, I never did.
Yeah, neither did I. Which is why I didn't know the sound.
Sound
think
of
I've heard
dripping
it
water is a
before,
little bit
but-
weird for the start of a video game system.
Yeah. All right. How about this one? Hmm. So people in the audience are getting the correct answers. This is awesome. Wes says Windows XP. Sean says my childhood. I think I'm going to give the point to Sean on this one. It is Windows 98.
Ah, rats.
Windows 98.
Really?
Yeah. I'm assuming that's what you referred to when you wrote my childhood, right?
No, it's because I couldn't place it.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I know that sound, but I cannot play. I told you this was not going to go well for me if I had to depend on my ears.
Oh, I can up the sound a little bit.
Oh, no. You're
So it's
misunderstanding.
not
It
the
has-
volume of the sound.
has
It's just
nothing
the
to do with
sounds
volume.
themselves.
It's the connection between my ears and my brain and my memory.
Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see if this one jogs your memory. Ready? You need me to play it again? I can. I would not have known this one because I did not have one until I became an adult.
You just made me second guess my answer now.
people in the comments already got it. What about you
Yeah.
guys? What? Mac OS? Wes says Mac OS. Sean, did you have an answer? Mac OS. Yep. That's
Thanks,
right.
Wes.
Specifically, that was the boot up sound that started with the Power Mac. But yeah, Mac OS. All right, next one. I cannot hear this song and not think of Tomb Raider. Sean says PlayStation 2. Wes says Windows ME. It was actually the PlayStation 1.
I was trying to remember. I knew it was PlayStation. I couldn't remember which one.
Yeah. Because
Obviously, I was wrong.
the sounds are so recognizable, but like they're so different between each. All right, you ready? You're going to get this one. I know it. Wes has got it. Sean's writing. Think he's got it. Sean says something Nintendo. That is correct. Wes says SNES games. That is not correct.
Oh.
It was actually the Game Boy Advanced.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yep, Game Boy Advanced. All right, next one. You guys will get this one, I know. Windows 7, Windows XP, Windows 2000.
Oh damn you.
Win-
That
Yeah,
piece of crap.
Windows 2. I said these were going to get harder as they went along. This one I know you'll get.
Wes, do you remember Windows 7 had a startup sound? Play it again because I was talking over it.
All right, you ready? PlayStation 2, that is correct. Game Gear, no. So it's
That was a joke.
PlayStation 2. Good. All right. This one. You need me to play it again? Ooh, Wes doesn't know it. PS3?
I don't know.
You don't know? That was actually the startup sound for the Xbox 360.
I should have known that.
Did either of you have an Xbox
yeah,
360?
yeah, I do.
Yeah?
It sounded
Not
familiar. I
really.
just couldn't place it.
Yep, Xbox 360. All right, this one. Easiest one to get. You ready?
It's still within
Apparently
game.
not the easiest one to get. Oh,
Well, no.
man.
Oh, okay.
Original Game Boy.
Did you have an original Game Boy, Sean?
No.
You were more PlayStation, right? Wes was more Nintendo. You were more Sony. Is that right?
Not necessarily. I mean, it just that I never owned a Game Boy, but I had almost every other Nintendo system. But when
Yeah.
PlayStation 1 came out, I ended up being a little bit more of a fan of Sony after that
Okay.
point.
All right. So, that said, we got a couple more. Are you ready? Next one.
I don't know why I put this for the other one. This is clearly the right answer this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew if you didn't know for the other one. PS69. That is not correct. It is the Wii U. The Wii U. All right, you ready?
Yes.
PS3. That is correct. It was the PlayStation 3.
So yeah,
Good job, Sean.
I don't know anything about those systems.
All right, last one. Hardest one. You guys get this extra points. You ready?
Yep.
Writing as the writing commences. Brains firing on all cylinders. Jaguar, Atari Jaguar. Wow, both of you got the same answer.
They're both wrong.
They're
though,
both
aren't they?
incorrect. Yeah, it was the Sega Saturn.
Ah,
And the only reason why I would have known that one, not because I owned it, but because a friend owned it, and I thought it was the coolest thing.
I should have wrote Sega Uranus.
You would have got the point. No. So now that we've booted up our game, every good game needs a theme song, and so in this section, I'm going to play theme songs from popular games to see how many you guys know. Like I said, these are full songs, so when you get it, just say "get it," and we'll pause. You ready? All right, let's do this.
I know it. I just can't. I'm just so
It's
bad.
so frustrating.
I'm just so bad at this. Yeah.
It is so frustrating. I know it.
Uh,
Wait. No. I got it.
Got it?
Got it.
Is Wes gonna write something down just so we can like?
Oh, God, it just came to me.
Yeah. All right, let's see him.
I don't
See
know
him.
anything.
Sonic. That is correct.
Oh,
Yep. Sonic. All right, I think this will be a even playing field because half are one system, half are another system, and so I think
I don't think that matters, to be honest. But
really,
yeah.
Okay, let's see it with this one. I can just jam out to this.
Got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
1 second. All right.
All right.
Wait.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're both correct. Yes, Sean, it is Mega Man, but more specifically, Wes, Mega Man 2. That is correct.
Yes.
One of the most popular video game intros of all time, apparently.
Yeah, I just played it for Nicole and Turi last night, and Ben.
Yeah.
When they came over, we had a maker night, and we just played retro games, and I made them wait for that song to play, and it's amazing. It's like one of those.
That was a complete guess on my end too. I had no idea.
Yeah, it was a good guess. It was a good guess. All right, next one. Here we go.
Yep.
It's amazing that this game is now considered retro. Halo, that is correct. Good job, guys. You're doing good. See?
Yeah.
Why be worried? Maybe be worried with this one. We'll see.
I got nothing.
No? You got nothing?
No.
No, got nothing? Duck Hunt.
No.
Good guess. Kirby's Dream Land.
Mm,
Didn't play much Kirby when you were younger, huh?
no.
I don't think Kirby existed when I was younger.
Fair enough. Okay, what about this one? Still going strong after 30 years.
God, I should know it.
Whoops, I didn't mean to shut that off, but
Shoot.
whoop.
Wait! Don't show me yet.
Okay.
I know it.
No.
Wait, hold
Oh.
on. Wait.
People are chiming in the comments, getting it right. Mario RPG, that was a good. Final Fantasy, both good guesses. Pokemon,
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm the wrong
whatever with
generation
that
for
crap.
that. Yeah, exactly.
wrong generation for that.
Millennial
That's all right.
nonsense.
This one will be good. I will have respect for you guys if you get this one. It'll be great.
I don't know, but I'll guess.
It sounds cool, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not Tron. Sounds kind of like Tron. Ninja Gaiden.
No.
Good guess. I guess you guys didn't play this game then, maybe. Maybe.
I
it
don't
is
know if I've
the
ever heard that
theme
before.
From Portal.
What?
Wait, what?
Portal. Did you guys play Portal?
Yeah.
A ton.
Yeah, Portal.
I wonder
Tron.
if I wonder if that music
Where's
plays
that
in a
played?
different.
In the title?
The title screen, I believe.
I think there might be a different context in the way it sounds when you're in the game.
Yeah, probably.
Because like
I wanted
just
to
think
do
of
the
the
Aperture
intro
Science song.
I just
but
think of the
was like,
song
oh, that'd be too easy.
when you're in the cube and you have the radio playing. That's to me that's the Portal song. But
I did think
So
about
that must be
one
the
too.
title screen song, and
Huh.
Yeah. Okay, that's all right. We'll move on. I can give you a hit if you want to.
Okay, I got it. Ready?
Your hint.
I got it.
Up, down, left, right, BA, start. Contra. Yep.
I got it.
Contra.
Just for those
You
of you
got it.
listening at home.
Yep. Wes got it. All right.
I'm just
The
guessing
battle
random games at this
commences.
point.
The battle commences. Got it? Mario Party, Chip and Dale, both good guesses. Mario Kart. Theme song to Mario Kart.
Must be a
Didn't
different
do
part
a
of the
lot
track.
of did you guys ever do like big Mario Kart battles?
Yes.
Yeah, a ton.
Yeah.
Just, that might be a slightly different part.
I think
of
I
the
just like go
song.
right into the game, and I don't listen to the title screens for a lot of these.
Oh really? I guess we're finding that out.
Yeah.
All right, this one you may know more because of your kids.
Like that Contra song. That's from the title, or is that from the first level?
That is a good question.
I want to say that's from the first level. I'm gonna have to go back and check, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it's going. Can you guys not hear it?
Oh, here. I heard it.
I know it.
We're slowing it down a little bit.
Don't need to.
Casual gaming at its finest.
Song
You may
haunts me.
blow up at any second, but that's all right because right now you're zen. Wes has got it. You got it? Zelda. Really?
Oh, duh! Of course it is.
Minecraft.
Of course it is.
Yeah, Sean for the win. For the
I knew.
point.
I knew it.
Minecraft.
Yeah. Duh.
It's,
Wes,
it's like
that's how I felt on most of these.
You were like, I was psyching myself out. Oh, yeah, I knew that's Minecraft. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, even by osmosis of people
Yeah.
playing it around you, that like rhythmic piano.
I play it to pacify my students in class sometimes.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna ramp it up a little bit with this one. You guys are gonna get it.
I just heard this somewhere.
This isn't the hardcore version, but oh man, I thought you guys would get this one faster. No?
My answer's dumb, but it's
F-Zero Guitar Hero. They rhyme, but they're not right. That is the theme song for Doom.
Oh, wow.
Doom.
why did I
Yep.
just hear that?
I don't know. Why did you just hear that? So,
Oh, I
next
know why.
theme song, making its appearance in the Mario movie, if that's any help at all.
No.
You ready? Kid Icarus, Mario
Land.
Mario Land. Good guess. Wes had it right. Kid Icarus.
Never played that game.
Which Mario playing Kid Icarus on the NES in the movie it was kind of cool. I have to admit. All right, throwing it to the new generation a little bit. Maybe you guys have played this. Maybe your kids have. The look of confusion on Wes's face is priceless.
I didn't put anything up yet.
Oh, okay. Whoops. Paused the wrong one. Taco Bell bowel movement. Wes says Taco Bell bowel movement. That is not the right answer. Sean, God of War. That is correct.
I was going to guess that, but then I second guessed why I would let my kid play that.
I don't know. I said maybe you played it. Maybe
I didn't pay attention to the hint.
Yeah, I thought you said maybe your
okay.
kids played it.
I just ignored it.
maybe.
That was going to be my guess based on your recent gaming habits, but I decided to go for funny.
I think the lesson we've learned is stop second guessing yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I
Alright.
like Wes's answer better.
Really? It
It's the
works.
music I hear.
Mhm.
It works.
I think. Oh crap.
Yoshi's Island, very good guess, Sean. For Yoshi's Island West, that is correct. Super Mario World.
I always pair
Super
those
Mario.
games together, so whatever.
I mean, technically, you're not 100% wrong because Yoshi's Island is Super Mario World 2.
Yeah, that is correct. All right. A throwback to the OG LAN parties of the day.
Wait.
Slappers only.
GoldenEye, slappers only. Yeah, GoldenEye. Sean said Counter-Strike. Very good guess. Very similar. But yeah,
Never-
GoldenEye 007.
Never liked it. Never played it.
Yeah, GoldenEye. That was classic. All right, this one you've probably heard a lot recently, even if you didn't know it.
Who is you?
Everybody.
Okay.
Video game adapted into a TV show. Got it?
We'll find out.
All right. Let's see him. Zombie Last of Us. Last of Us. Both of you got it. Last of Us. Yep.
Never
seen
played
the
it.
show. Never played the game.
Same.
Oh,
I didn't know I had a Spanish guitar for intro.
it does.
That's interesting.
Yep. Yep. Very good. All right. So a couple random ones, just to finish this section off. It'll be good. Are you ready?
Yes.
Well, Cuphead and his pal Mugman, they like to roll the dice. By chance they came on Devil's Game and
Gave the answer away.
Yeah.
It kind of did. If you were looking for it, Cuphead. That is correct. That is the theme song for Cuphead. Fantastic game.
So I haven't
Hardest
played
game I think I've ever played in my life.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
unnecessarily hard.
Unnecessarily hard. That is a great way to describe that. This one is a classic. It is not the theme song, but it is the most recognizable level song from the game. Can you name the game?
Come on. Give
Wes
us,
has
give us
got
something
it.
hard here.
Give us something hard. Kung Fu.
That's
Stop,
like
stop,
one of my
stop.
top. The Mega Man 2, and then anything from ActRaiser are my top video game music soundtracks.
I actually put this one in there for you, Wes, because
Thanks.
I knew you would know it. The
Yes.
Moon Level from DuckTales.
I don't know if I've
Moon
ever
level.
played the Moon Level. I don't think I've ever played it or seen it.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's also
Yep.
in the DuckTales cartoon, the more recent one. They
I've
pulled it
only
from.
Alright.
watched a few episodes.
Oh, that's
Last
a
one.
friggin' shame.
I know,
We're
I know.
gonna see if you guys were PC gamers back in the day.
Mm.
Ready?
The answer is yes, but the music's not going to help.
Ah,
I'm going to hate that I get this wrong.
Quake, good game. Command and Conquer. That is the correct answer, Wes.
Oh, I wouldn't have
Command
known it,
and
never mind.
Conquer. Yep. What'd you guys think?
what I think is good.
Recognized?
Yeah, I'm mad at myself that I didn't get Minecraft, but you know.
That's all right. So, like every good game ever played has to come to an end. Sometimes you win and sometimes you just die. And so these are sounds of game over screens. All right, you ready for this? Like I said, starting off easy, it's going to get a little bit harder. Game over, man. Game over. Both of you got it. Yep. One drawing, one written. Pac-Man. Pac-Man died. See? I knew you guys would get it. You guys got this one too. I know. I have confidence in you. Ready? Wes jumping on it. Super Mario, correct. Super Mario Brothers 1, correct. Both correct. Super Mario Brothers 1. All right. This one I didn't realize was the actual game over sound because I thought it was the game intro sound, but apparently...
Ruff, ruff, ruff. Are you sure about that?
It's a dual-purpose sound.
Yeah, apparently.
Apparently. Yeah. Duck Hunt. Correct. It is from Duck Hunt. All right. You guys are on roll. This is great. This is great. I love it. Let's do it. Specifying which one the answer to this question. Wes again jumping on it. Super Mario 3. Super Mario 3. You both got it. Super Mario Brothers 3. All right. This one a little bit harder, but still, I still think you guys will get it. You ready? I'll do it again.
It's so familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Was there like a little explosion at the end, like a pop, like a?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I know I'm gonna be mad at myself.
So this
place
isn't
it.
so much a song as it is just a sound, but
Yeah.
it's
What is it?
for anybody
I'm gonna be
that's
so
played
mad.
the game and has died as many times as I had in that game.
Hold on, I'm just gonna make a guess.
I'm gonna base it on somebody's recommendation.
Punch Out or Donkey Kong. Both fantastic guesses. It was Ganon laughing from the end
that's
of
it.
Legend of
Yeah.
Zelda 2.
See, once again,
That's it.
I would never know because I never played the game.
Really? Oh,
Nope.
man. See, you got to go back and do it. They're worth
yeah.
playing. This one you'll get. Be great.
Sounds like an old arcade game.
Yeah, it does.
Kinda. Yeah, that's it. That's the era. There was a very recognizable sound that played before this that I couldn't get the audio file for. That went. I'm doing a terrible impression, but it went. Hubert says Wes and Tapper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tapper. Yeah, says Sean. Good guesses. It was from Tetris.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah, the game over sound from Tetris. All right, ready?
I think I know it. I think I know it.
Yeah.
And I think it's from a specific level, isn't it?
Uh-huh. I think Wes might be stumped on this one.
It sounds so familiar. I can't play.
You got stumped on the same one earlier, I think.
They actually put this in the movie when they made the movie, and there was a scene similar to this in the movie.
Yeah, I think I got it. I think so.
Yeah? All right, let's see it. But Sean says Sonic Underwater. Yep, that is Sonic Underwater. All right. This one haunted my nightmares.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Ghosts and Goblins, says Sean. Metroid, says Wes. Oh, both very good guesses. It's from Resident Evil.
No.
Yeah. That's all right.
Never played one.
In preparation for next month, got to throw in this tribute. You're showing. Wes is showing the answer.
But
He hasn't played it.
I've never
He
played
hasn't
it.
played it, yeah. I didn't know if you would have, Sean. Yeah, that's from Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild. We'll throw it back a little bit. Maybe you both have played this one.
I'm pretty sure. There's some pretty telling music in it.
Yeah, Castlevania. You're both correct. From Castlevania. Such a classic. Just because of the style of music. Gives it away. Every
How
time.
I do it said I've died enough in games.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, brag.
That's a way to flex.
All right, just a few more. This will be fun. This is hard because it's a middle entry, so to speak. You want me to play it again?
No, I don't know what it is.
No. Sean, want to guess?
I could guess,
You can guess.
but it's My
My
Nightmares.
Nightmares. No, it's a good guess. Mario
sounds-
64.
Really?
What?
Yeah,
Sounds awful.
Mario 64. It does.
Huh.
All right, next one. Brains firing on all cylinders. Let's play it again.
Sounds like a Japanese Sony game.
ICO?
Eco.
Zelda?
Eco? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is Zelda. Do you know specifically which one?
I'm going to say Link to the Past, but I don't really know.
It's a good guess. It's from Ocarina of Time. The
Okay.
game over sounds from Ocarina of Time.
Hey, good job,
This
Jordan.
one, yeah. This one is kind of a classic in its own right. I have a hint if you need a hint.
Hint me.
Snake!
Oh, okay. I mean, Metal Gear Solid. Why bother writing it? I don't know anything else about it.
Metal Gear Solid. Well, yeah, you both got it. Both
Which
got
one,
it.
the first
Metal
or
Gear Solid.
second or third or the eighth? Which one?
At this point, I think it just yes. The answer is yes.
All right.
All right, so this last one may be the hardest, but it also may be the easiest because if you've ever played this game, you know this sound by heart because of how many times you die in this game. And I'm guessing by the look on both of your faces that you have not played these games. Notoriously difficult in terms of game.
I was
Wes
gonna
got
write
it.
that.
Yeah.
I was gonna write that down. I couldn't remember the name though.
So Wes wrote down and showed a little bit early, but the answer is correct. Dark Souls.
Sorry, Sean. I'll give
You
you
guys
credit.
give me a 1 minute intermission.
Okay. All right. I've got like two more that I can run through, Wes. Maybe you know these, maybe you don't. Okay. You ready? Let me know if you've played this game.
It doesn't ring a bell.
Doesn't ring a bell?
No.
So it's a newer game, but it looks like an older game. Plays like an older game.
It's not Shovel Knight or something, is it?
No. Same development time period. It's from a game called Undertale. Did you ever play Undertale? No?
Nope.
Good game. Good game. Definitely worth playing. There was 2 that I skipped over because I realized that I had them back to back. We can do this one.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, not that one. This one.
Sounds like Mario.
It does sound like Mario. Can you specify which one though?
I'm gonna say Mario 2, but I'm not sure.
Super Mario World.
Oh, okay. That was my. I was actually gonna go with that, but I thought we already used it, so then I second guessed myself. Yeah.
All right,
that sounds right.
This one, I'll just do this one last as kind of a throw out. This is a theme song that I skipped because there was a bunch that I skipped because I prepared more than I thought that I needed. So, you know this one. This is just an odd throw it out there just because. And survey says
Star Fox.
Star Fox, good. Good. It is the same category, but yeah, Super Metroid. Classic game. Classic. Guys, hey, thank you for letting me prepare this game for you. That was fun.
That's fun. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Some of them were
audio-based quiz.
I feel like some of them were ones I should have gotten, but just had like brain farts on. A little mad that I like even the Super Mario World one. I know that one.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. I think I was getting a little bit high. The marker was kind of like tripping me out there at the end, having it open all the time for the dry erase board. So I'll just blame that.
Yeah.
I actually had a realization that part of it is just like memory, not remembering or paying attention enough while I'm playing the game. But when I was younger, I used to have to play the games with basically the sound off because my brothers were so much younger than I was that they'd be sleeping or something else, or my parents didn't want to hear it. So I played a lot of games without any sound on. Although like 75% of those never played anyway, so that part doesn't matter.
Yeah, that was fun. Good nostalgia trip.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for putting that together.
So with that done and out of the way, what are you guys geeking out about?
I think there's maybe a couple small things to talk about, not fully, but just maybe mention, because we had Star Wars Celebration a couple of days ago. So maybe mentioning like a really quick talk about maybe the Ahsoka trailer.
Yep.
You guys are excited about that?
Yeah. Not as much as some other people because I'm still kind of. I know there were a lot of references to Rebels, which I had not seen any of when I watched the trailer, and now I
have not seen Rebels.
I'm like 3/4 of the way through the first season. I'm getting more of them. I know, like, I realize when things are nods to stuff I don't get that fans freak out about, and so, but I don't really have all the time to go through all of Clone Wars for those because those bore the hell out of me for some reason. I start falling asleep when I watch them, but.
I want like a streamlined list of make sure you watch these episodes, and I could go through and do that.
Yeah, but I mean, just for her being a Mandalorian and also in Book of Boba Fett, like I like her character and I like this other stuff that I saw.
She is my favorite character in all of the Star Wars pantheon, but I've also seen all of the stuff that she's in, and so, like, I watched that trailer and I was like, anybody who hasn't seen Clone Wars or hasn't seen Rebels or hasn't that, like, like there's so much that like you're like, what's going on? Like, I'm excited because Thrawn is a very intriguing character that apparently they're bringing into the Mandalorian, and then spinning off into Ahsoka. Ezra is, another character that was shown in the trailer that's, excited to see what happens to Ezra, but there's just so much foundation.
And also they're having a Mandalorian movie now too.
Really?
Yeah, they announced it at Celebration.
Yeah, it's going to be the big finale. It's going to be a full movie. It really sounds like between Dave Filoni and who's the other guy? Favreau? No.
Yeah.
Favreau. It really sounds like they're trying to shoehorn in the Thrawn trilogy. Not the Thrawn.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Thrawn trilogy. Heir to the Empire, The Last Command, and I forget the third one, Dark Force Rising. It sounds like they're going to really try to shoehorn in some of that stuff into what's already been established. So it'll be interesting because they announced 3 movies coming out. One of the Dawn of the Jedi, supposed to deal with like I guess the first Jedi, the Mandalorian movie, and actually extending past Episode 9, which is I heard didn't really get any kind of applause.
With Rey, yeah.
Rey coming back, yeah.
Which is going to be like the new Jedi Order. So should be interesting.
Cautiously optimistic for Star Wars stuff. I don't want to get burned out on Star Wars stuff like Marvel stuff.
Yep.
But we'll see.
Well, at the very least, they said that the pace that they're going to be releasing stuff is a lot slower. So it's 3 movies over probably the next 6 years, not 3 movies a year like Marvel. So, anything else, you guys? Oh, you guys watched the Marvels trailer? Is that worth mentioning or talking about? Or
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm mediocrely excited. I don't know.
it's
fine.
It's a movie.
Are you going to see it in the movie theater? Or are you
Yeah.
going to wait to stream?
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
It looks better than Eternals.
I love that. That's our bar.
That's the bar. I saw that in the theaters, so why the hell not?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what are you guys specifically geeking out about?
Well, this week's Star Trek Picard was really good, and I thought Mandalorian was really good, and I even liked last week's Mandalorian, where a lot of people were not so much into it. I watched it at Nicole and Turi's house from When Geeks Craft, and we had a great time watching that with had some celebrity cameos in it, which if you haven't seen it, I'll stay vague. I thought they were fun. And I think Star Wars can be silly sometimes, and people tend to forget that, including myself, where I just want like the serious, like battling in a desert only. But no, I want something like a little bit to mix the pot up a little bit and show you, like in this infinite universe, there's going to be stuff that's weird and wild and colorful and fun, just as much as there's going to be like adventures of some worm on Mustafar or whatever. You know, it's like okay, so. And Picard, if you're not watching that, if you haven't watched the first 2 seasons, don't worry about it. Just watch the 3rd season if you like Star Trek stuff, because the 3rd season is what the first one should have been. Yeah, it's a complete fan service to the point where it doesn't feel like they're just pandering. They actually like do a lot of good callbacks and stuff with cameos and other things. I think it's well done.
Sometimes it seems like these series, get greenlit to start saying, okay, let's just do it, and we'll figure it out along the way.
Yeah.
It kind of feels that way sometimes with some of this. But
Speaking of fan service, should we throw out there your initial impressions of the Mario movie?
Yes.
Okay, throw it out there.
I loved it. I was on board from the intro title sequence where they show that Nintendo is like a movie studio, kind of like they do with Illumination at the beginning. As soon as that came on screen, I had smile, and I was like in from then on. Like everything they did beyond that, with the exception of Seth Rogen's voice and laugh, which I heard more times than I wanted to, and where they were talking about blowing into a cartridge. I was like, I was grumbling about that from my retro game stance. Do not do that. Don't encourage that. But I get that it's like a trope. But
yeah,
still.
it was intentional for that. Yeah.
But yeah, I loved it, and the kids loved it.
I came across unintentionally a headline type review before I saw the movie that called it utter trash, and I was thinking, okay, this person's either really just either being nitpicky or intentionally trolling, or something's really wrong with the movie. But I tried to wipe that from my mind as I went in and watched it. And about 15 minutes in, I realized that I had not stopped smiling from the very first frame of the movie, and that's what I'll use as my initial impression before we actually talk about it fully.
Yep, sounds familiar. Yep.
Have you, Donovan?
I really liked it. The theater was full, parents and kids. So you can imagine just the general reaction to, like, it was so funny because all the parents at various times in the movie, and if you've seen the movie, you know the times, we're just like, oh my gosh, really? Oh my gosh. Like, picking up the references, because the whole movie is like references, but done in a way that like supports the movie rather than just like references for reference's sake, which I feel like happens a lot in like Star Wars, Marvel, and things like that, kind of comparatively. And then the stuff that kids enjoyed, like all the kids were laughing. It was fun. There were a couple things that I really didn't like about it. Donkey Kong, I could have meh. Cranky Kong, I wish they would have cast somebody else for the voice of Cranky Kong.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Fred
that
Armistead,
is-
like he did nothing
Fred
for that.
Armistead.
Like it was the wrong sound completely. Should have
Well,
been like
we could get into the weeds
Yeah.
when we do a full review.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
like yeah. There was a couple things that I didn't enjoy about it, but as a whole, it was so much fun. Oh my gosh. And the after credit scenes, yeah, we can get into it. It'll be fun to get into it with you
Yeah.
guys because there's a lot to break down in that movie.
In fact, we might
But
do
this-
that in our next episode too. So
Yeah. Besides the Mario movie, like I was saying in the beginning, I've been printing like crazy on my printer. Ran out of filament, and so I had to buy filament. And I was looking around and found a company called PrintBed. Have you guys heard of PrintBed?
No.
I've
So-
heard the name, but I don't know anything about them.
Yeah, PrintBed. It's U.S. based filament manufacturers. I've heard of them in the past, but they're expensive. But apparently they're like one of the top rated filament manufacturers in the world. Right now they're having a sale where you can buy 10 rolls of filament for $150, which makes it $15 a piece. And so I bought a kilo. A kilo, is that the proper term? 10 1 kilogram rolls. I brought a kilo of filament. So I have a stack of filament that apparently is like one of the highest quality filaments for me to print like crazy. I'm excited. I'm kind of geeking
So
out.
you're printing that on your Flash Forge you've had endless trouble with?
No, I'm printing out on my Prusa Mini that I finally got working.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was
I
yeah,
missed
that's
that
what
part.
the Flash Forge is sitting in the corner gathering dust because I don't know what to do with that thing. But the Prusa Mini, no, it's been going nonstop.
So I'm geeking out about a couple small things. Well, actually, one big thing and a couple smaller things. Now that it's spring officially here, and it was starting to get warmer, although it rained today in a weird kind of turn of the weather. I've been working my shop again, which is nice. I'm trying to finish up some a commission that I've had going. So I'm geeking out about being able to make stuff again. I'm also geeking out about 3D printing because today I just finished a 3D print of a Batman Beyond helmet. A nice 48-hour print on one of the Anycubic Cobra Maxes that I have at work. And I'm actually thinking I'm going to actually do a full finish job on this, or at least as much as my skill allows for. So
It's awesome.
it'll be interesting. I'm thinking about, I don't know, I'll probably talk to you guys about it later. I want to run some, I don't know if EL wire is bright enough or some sort of like yellow filament to go along all the grooves on the head and kind of either light up or something. I think that'll be a pretty cool contrast to the black that it will eventually end up being. So.
It's one of the best suits that they made for Batman, so that's cool that you're
Now I heard that was a skin for Arkham. Is that right? I have no idea where it's from.
Yeah. Did you play those games?
I own them, but I've never played it.
Oh man, you should.
Scott, I'm not entering the contest probably because I won't be able to get it done in time, but I am fully aware of that contest. Yeah, I love Nico's site. It's really cool. You know what else is really cool?
Our patrons over at patreon.com/makinggeeks for helping us keep the show on the air for as long as they have. We appreciate each and every one of them, and it's been enabling us to do things that we would not have otherwise been able to do. Special thanks to Clinton from C3D Prop Shop, Matthew from How I Do It, Jordan Rimple, and Nolan Rimple for your support. We appreciate you.
Yeah. This is episode 298. 2 more episodes till we turn the lights off, say thank you and good night. And after that time, we're still going to be out. We're still going to be out doing stuff, making stuff. being ourselves in the spheres that we've always been the entire time we've been here on the podcast. So if you want to see all the stuff that we're doing at any given time, you can follow Sean over at Geek Builders. You can follow Wes over at Geeksmithing, and you can follow myself at Baba Minks or Once Upon a Workbench.
And you can get more information about the podcast from our website, makinggeeks.com. We have a contact page. If you like to just, send out a little shout out or anything in our last couple episodes, just be kind of nice to hear from the audience. And of course, we have a shop with some Making Geeks themed merchandise that might soon become vintage. And of course, you can listen to all of our past episodes right there on the website for makinggeeks.com. I'd like to thank everybody hanging out in the live chat with us. Especially when we're playing games like this, it's kind of cool seeing everybody kind of do some like audience participation. And if you'd like to be part of that fantastic group for the next 2 episodes, hopefully you'll join in. Yeah, I know. We do so Thursday evenings, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern, and 8:30 Central. So thanks everybody for listening, and we'll see everybody soon. Take care.
Night.